Back in January, I Love Me Too was released as the first Barney's World special as a preemptive Valentine's Day, Love Day, tie-in. And while perhaps not being a true holiday show the way Be My Valentine Love Barney was, this fun double episode is definitely worth looking into further. The special begins with the kids playing with a very familiar toy rocket. This is a reference to the ship in Season 12's The Misbegotten Moon, which is definitely a cool nod to the OG. Barney and Baby Bop show up and immediately want in on the game. To Baby Bop's surprise, after receiving some kind words about her skills, she is glowing. This special actually focuses on the lore of the Barney glow, and if you know me, you know I'm a sucker for lore. Barney glows whenever he's feeling genuinely fulfilled or proud. It's a physical manifestation of what good emotions feel like, and that's how Barney describes it to the newly glowing Baby Bop. She, however, doesn't really feel full of joy, but more so confident in herself and her skills. Unfortunately for her, she somehow trips so badly while launching the ship, it disappears into the sky Team Rocket style. So much for Baby Bop's glow. Gotta Find My Glow is a really fun song and showcases Bryn McCauley's skill at portraying Baby Bop in music. Plus, it's nice for one of the little dinos to get a chance to shine. And that goes for the whole special, I suppose. Barney teleports the gang to Planet Barney to try and find the rocket ship. Wonder what would have happened if it landed on Meebedeep's planet instead. Billy the alien has their rocket, and they chase him through the arguably pretty neat landscape. When he's too fast to catch, Baby Bop suggests they make him come to them via distraction, and to her delight, she starts glowing again. Baby Bop is able to articulate her feelings a little better, and despite her feeling accomplished, she proceeds to lose the rocket ship into the intergalactic grape jelly and lose her glow. It be like that sometimes. Barney reminds her that technically she glowed before she got the rocket back, and the kids stew on what that might mean when David suggests they go to the library to learn more about glow lore. We get another one of our many Barney throwbacks in the form of the Barney bus, which is impossible to disconnect from the adventure bus. It's a pretty fun design. I like the weird Barney tail propeller on the back, and it's not quite as overt as the giant Barney effigy on their pirate ship. The LED lights on the bus bring to mind those party shuttles in big cities, which is kind of a funny vibe to go for in a Barney episode. After jamming out, or looking utterly dejected if you're Baby Bop, they arrive at the library. David tells Baby Bop that whenever they finish a book, they put a paper leaf on the library's reading tree, and Baby Bop's reaction is not only funny, but really harkens back to her original, lighthearted kind of sass. Barney enlists Bartholomew Bookworm, who is essentially Booker T Bookworm in every aspect but in name. It's great to see the underrated character return, but the name choice is a little odd. I'm not exactly sure who he's named for, but I was assuming that a literal bookworm educator might be named after Booker T. Washington, the famed educator. Maybe they wanted to lean away from naming a character after a real figure, but I'm not sure. Even so, Bart's pretty cool. On the search for Dino Glow, a search that involves Barney making the library's books fly all over the place, Baby Bop is impressed with how many books she's read and starts to glow again before almost immediately losing it because she has no idea where it came from. Barney validates her frustration, which is nice, and the group comes to the conclusion that some things are best learnt through watching and mirroring. Mel especially agrees with this learning philosophy and suggests that they ask her mom for help, as she's always helped her with things of that nature. Mel's mom is probably the coolest mom ever and does not even flinch at all these kids and dinosaurs just rolling up. While she doesn't know about glowing, she does know about getting the gang involved in a learning project. Baby Bop and Mel work through making Kimbap, and in a genuinely kinda sweet moment, Baby Bop has managed to make little hearts in the center without even trying. Barney points out that Baby Bop's glow returns whenever she acknowledges a skill of hers or something she is proud of herself for doing, and the others encourage her to list off more reasons to love herself as she is. Baby Bop finally finds her goal, and through What I Love About Me, Baby Bop realizes that the true glow is accepting all of yourself and the merit and love that comes with it. Probably the best part of the song is the nod to the iconic Barney March the gang goes on in the park that resembles the original Barney and Friends theme. The references really help without feeling too much like a crutch. Baby Bop is grateful for her friend's help, and we get an I Love You montage with almost the entire cast to close it out. I don't think this is a hot take, but I Love Me Too is definitely the best we've seen out of Barney's World so far. The additional time allotment allows for a bigger plot and much richer character moments. I've mentioned this before in my regular series reviews, but this is genuinely the best development we've seen for Baby Bop herself. Her original, fun, and yet eager to explore the world around her personality fits really well with the self-love initiative Barney's World has been focusing on. It is a little easy to take your own skills and feelings for granted, but they're what makes you, you, and it's good to be proud of that. I think it'd do a lot of good for everyone to find their own glow once in a while and exemplify that goodwill and Barney magic through ourselves. As always, if you're looking to learn more, don't hesitate to check out my friends at Barney Wiki and Barney History Fans. Thanks for watching.